Hello, YouTube. It's your boy YGO King of Scrubs here, and today we have finally the Fire King structure deck. I think the original name of this was Onslaught of the Fire Kings. I don't know why they've gotten lazy with their names, but I am excited to get this. Guys, officially welcome to Episode 1, Part 1 of the new series Zero to Hero, where I'm going to take 3 of these. We're going to open this up real quick and go over the contents and over the rules of Zero to Hero to show you guys what I'm doing to build a deck from 3 structure decks up. I know a lot of people have done series like this before, and I'm probably not the only one doing this, and I know everybody and their brother has videos of this up already, and yes, I open these from the bottom because then it just slides right out instead of fighting with it. But yeah, I know I'm not the only one. Hopefully you guys enjoy because I'm doing an actual budget, because I am a budget channel, because I am on a budget. So hopefully everybody enjoys the realism of it. I was having trouble getting my camera to focus earlier. Hopefully it's a little focused now. It seems a little bit better. But every week I'm going to take $35 because that's what it costs now. 3 structure decks is $35. It's not just 30 anymore. I know a lot of people still say 30, but that's not how that works. The price has increased. So $35 each week to spend on sealed product or singles to upgrade the deck. I'm probably mainly going to start off with sealed product as it's the best way to get some of the cards, especially since we're on a budget. But starting off, we're going to go over the new cards for the deck and some of the cards that will be in the deck. We're starting off with Sacred Fire King Garunix. This is the new Garunix, the new cover card. If he's in graveyard or hand when a monster is destroyed, you can then summon him out and destroy when a fire monster specifically is destroyed, you can then summon him out and destroy a Fire King monster, I believe. Let me double check, make sure it is a Fire King monster. You can destroy one fire beast, beast warrior, or winged beast, and there's my cat. Go on, go, go. Silly girl. You can destroy those from one of those from the hand deck or graveyard. You're mainly going to be destroying from the deck. It's a good extender and a good boss monster, and then it gains half the attack of the destroyed monster's original attack. Next, we have Fire King High Avatar Kirin. This is your turn 0 hand trap that you'll be playing and helps you start off a lot of your plays. It also has some good extending capability and disruption as it can destroy a card. Let's see if I can zoom in a little here. We can, but that is not focused at all. Hold on. There we go. Awesome. Took a minute there, but we got it. Definitely a good card that you'll want to be playing. Next up, we have Fire King Avatar Rangbalia. He's your spell and trap negate, similar to the old pink elephant Avara or whatever his name is. We'll get to him in a minute. But this does the same thing for spells and traps and can summon himself from hand when another fire monster on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect. Or is it just card effect? If a face of Fire King monster you control is destroyed by card effect. So, except during the damage step. Next, we go over Fire King Sanctuary. This gets us to our island on activation. It just activates it from deck, which helps dodge Ash, but then they can Ash the field spell, which is our Fire King Island. It also protects them and allows us to quick effect Xyz summon. This will be a big target, and to start off, we're playing at least 2, probably 3 of this, but we'll see what we have when we finish the deck. Next is the card we'll be going into most often with that, which is Garunix Eternity Hang of the Fire Kings. Hyang? I have no idea how to pronounce that, guys. On summon, if he's Xyz summon, he destroys all other monsters on the field, and then he can detach to pop spells or traps, so he does help clear the board and deal with some of those things. Another card that helps clear the board and helps deal with some of the floodgates that we will struggle with is Fire King Skyburn. Quick play spell card, destroy Fire King monsters you control, and then destroy an equal number of cards that does target, and then if Fire Kings will be destroyed, you can banish it from your graveyard. A little counterproductive, but still a very good card. Next, a card we will not be playing is Enchalon of the Fire King. I'm terrible at pronouncing names, guys. I apologize. It's the trap card. It can summon 3, but their effects are negated, but it relies heavily on your opponent controlling things, so we don't play this. One of the next cards, the big card in the deck, the card that has everybody's real hype behind it, is Avatar Fire King Ponix. And this guy searches out spells and traps. He summons himself. He adds himself back. So he's an extender and a constant resource gain. Amazing card, great for the deck, and he's level 1, so he works heavily with the Dia Bellstar engine. From here, another card that we play in the deck is Fire King Avatar Barong. This is one of our searchers. Remember, guys, that these guys don't activate when they're destroyed and then resolve during the standby phase. They activate and resolve during the next standby phase. So that's something to remember. He's a searcher. The next big thing we have, let me find it here, sorry. Droll Muckbird's a very good reprint that we'll be playing. And then Circle of the Fire Kings is a spell card that'll be coming up for us quite a bit. This card allows us to dodge some things like Infinite Impermanence and things like that. Tinky to help search out some of our cards. And another big thing we have is Infinite Impermanence. Shoutouts to its first common reprinting. It was already cheap thanks to Rarity Collection, but now it's even cheaper. Hopefully you guys have these or have upgrades for them. If not, a big card that I've already guaranteed trades for is Coach King Giant Trainer. This is a card that had only one printing and finally has a second print and is easily accessible. Hooray for everyone. It's a good card, and I've already made 2 trades with it. 2 of them out of the 3 structure decks that I have to get a few upgrades already because some of my buddies didn't want to buy the structure decks for 1 card. Next we have Fire King Avatar Arvada. He's your monster negate, and then he's also a monster reborn when he is destroyed by card effects, so that'll come up quite a bit. And finally, our big card is Fire King Island. This is a searcher, extender, and activates directly with the continuous spell. But guys, give me just a minute here. We'll go over these bulk things. The Fire King Avatar Garunix, an old card for the deck, was very good back in the day. Fire King Avatar Yakshka was also good back in the day, and Fire King Avatar Original Kieran, he sometimes saw play, not a lot. Other than that, we have Blaster, Burner, Coach King Bearman, Wolfbark, he'll probably see some play. True King, he might see some play. I'm unsure yet. Infernal Flame Emperor from the original structure decks is kind of cool to see. I think this is its first ever reprint, not that anybody was asking for it. Dogoron, this card is good for our sideboarding. The Blazing Mars. Bonfire Colossus, this is funny because everybody and their brother bought this card out for its secret rare, but it's in the structure deck. Sacred Phoenix of Nefes is a good sideboard card. Royal Flame Guard, Spirit of Flames, Fencing Fireferret, another possible good side card. Firebrand Highness, I don't know what that is. Alpha, the Master of Beasts, another very good side card that we'll probably be using. Onslaught of the Fire Kings, nothing too spectacular here anymore. This used to be a 3 of in the deck, but obviously not anymore. Rekindling is a card that a lot of people are debating on because there are about 5 monsters with 200 defense in the deck. So a lot of people are debating on it. From there, we do have Dark Hole. Sorry, I almost put it up there. Another card that can possibly be a good side card. Trade-in and Herald of the Abyss to round out our spells. Herald of the Abyss is another good side card. We then have Flame Veil Counter, a card a lot of people were looking for boxers a little while back. Spiritual Flame Art. And I forget, does this destroy or burn? Inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. That might be a good side card for time. Don't know yet. Chain Destruction is another very good card. An old card, but it can destroy multiple copies of things, but we're probably not going to use it. Torrential Tribute is another card that could possibly end up in our deck. We're not sure yet. Another good side card is Solemn Judgment. We don't want to play this for our going first build, but siding it in when we don't want to play this when we might have the potential of going second, but siding it in when we know we're going first isn't a bad option. Power Stone, this is a good card that probably needed a reprint a while ago. It's kind of like a skill drain, but it only works on each player's turn. So during my turn, my opponent's monsters are turned off, and during my opponent's turn, if it has 3 counters on it, it's another good card. And to round out some of our things, our extra deck, Diamond Direwolf, Hinata the Flame Charmer, Ablaze, or whatever her name is, and the original cover card, Garunix. Back in the day, he was an absolute beast, but now he's kind of lost his way. But that's why we have our new upgraded version of him. So, alrighty, guys, give me a minute here, and we will be right back. All right, we'll find out how good my cutaway was here in a little while after this gets uploaded. There's always going to be 2 parts of this video. Unfortunately, part 2 for this week won't be uploaded until the next day, just because the tournament isn't until then. But I have my main extra inside we're going to go over here, my cat who can't not be in the video. Let's start with the main deck. So remember, this is just out of 3 structure decks, so some of the choices might be a little weird. I might have those upgrades by tomorrow in time for the tournament. We will find out. But we're playing 3 Sacred Fire King Garunix. Move these up a little bit. There we go. Definitely a great card for the deck. And right now, one of our biggest bodies. Eventually, he'll probably be cut down to 2, but that'll be much later on. A card that'll probably stay at 3 the entire time is Kirin, another big 3 of, and then 3 Ponix. So our bread and butter of the deck. 3. We're also playing 3 Fire King Avatar Arvata, who is our monster negate. And I just realized that I forgot to put a certain card in here. We'll take care of that. Hold on one second, guys. Alrighty, got that switched over. Hold on. Next up is 1 of Fire King Avatar Rangbalia. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I am sorry, guys. For right now, and this is going to come down to 1, we are playing 2 Fire King Avatar Barong, and that'll round out our Fire King monsters. That's all we're playing for right now. Things that'll eventually change is this guy going to 1, and Garunix probably going to 2. Those are the big changes that'll be happening. But that's it for our Fire King monsters. Next, we are playing 1 Wolfbark. He's a searchable card that can play out of our grave a little bit. He'll probably come out of the deck in the long run, but for a start, he's pretty good. We are main decking 1 Dogoran to help play around a few different things, so if we draw it, we can out some of our problematic cards. We are also playing 1 Blaster, Dragon Ruler of, what's he? Infernos? Yeah. There we go. And then we are playing 1 True King. I'm not even going to... Vanquisher? Hold on. Agnitizu the Vanquisher? I don't know. We're playing 1 of the Fire True King. He's a non-targeting banish, which is pretty good. But that'll rep that up. And then for our monster hand traps, we are playing 3 Droll that did come in the structure deck because we don't have a lot of hand trap options as of right now. We'll see what we end up trading for or pulling out of our first set of things that we get. For spells, we are playing 1 Fire King Skyburn, 1 Circle of the Fire King, and... Oh, hold on. Oh, no. Kitty. Go on. For some reason, they think they have to be a part of it. We are playing 2 Fire King Island. So these are our low count on Fire King spells. This is to attempt to help dodge. I've seen some people playing more than 1 of this. I've seen some people playing none of this. I'm testing it out as at least a 1 of. We'll see how I like it. It might go up or down, but we'll find out. And then we are playing 3 as of right now. Eventually, this will probably come down to 2. We're playing 3 Fire King Sanctuary. Amazing card. I am happy they gave us this card. This is something that was needed for the deck along with the Exceed. That's it for the Fire King spells. From here, we go on to 3 Fire Formation Tinky, another Rhoda for the deck. We're making ourselves more vulnerable to the Droll in the mirror match, but that's okay. Next, we are playing 1 Rekindling. It's a pseudo soul charge. Again, we have 5 targets in the deck, and 3 of those 5 targets are 3 ups, so we could end up reviving a lot of cards. And then we are main decking 1 Dark Hole. This is going to come out eventually, hopefully. But that'll be it for the spells. Now we head on to traps. We're doing the obvious. We're doing 3 Infinite Impermanence. This is our second hand trap and our most impactful one, more than likely, as Droll isn't good in every matchup, as it does nothing to the Unchained matchup normally. And the Unchained matchup we don't want to talk about right now anyways. Next, we are playing 2 Torrential Tribute. This will hopefully be coming out soon. I'm hoping to get a bunch of stuff on the first week of upgrades. Again, normally this video will be in 2 parts, but we'll go over that here in a minute. And then finally, our 40th card is a Power Sync Stone, the pseudo skill drain that only affects when you have 3 spell counters on it, which we can put on it pretty easily, so that way it's on during our opponent's turn and not on during our turn. But that'll round it out for the main deck, guys. It's 40 cards. I'm excited to try this build out. I think it's pretty optimal. I think it has a lot of different options, and they gave us a lot of stuff for the deck. So the rules, I spend $35. My first $35 for 0 to hero was the 3 structure decks. I'm probably getting packs, as some local OTS stores may offer similar deals, but you can get 3 for 12 on the 25th anniversary and 3 for 11 on regular packs. So I'm hoping to get some of those from my local store for the next week's upgrade. There will always be 2 parts to the video. It'll be part 1 will be the pack opening and deck updates, and then part 2 will always be the actual gameplay for one of my matches at locals. From here, we will go over the sideboard. The sideboard's nothing too special. We're doing 2 more Dogoran to help us clear out some of those problem cards that our opponent will have that we won't have access to. We're doing 3 Alpha, the Master of Beasts, and my cat just sat right there. Okay. It's also another card to help us out things. We're doing 1 more Fire King Skyburn. Really good card. We are doing 3 Herald of the Abyss to help us out some of our Pearly matchup problems and possibly some of our Unchained problems, because it sends, not destroys. Then we are doing 3 Solemn Judgment, so that'll help us deal with some of the things we don't want to deal with when we're going first, just a free Omni Negate. For time cards, we are doing 2 Spiritual Art Kuratana. I'm bad at pronouncing the names, guys. I am super sorry. And then we're doing 1 more Power Sink Stone to round it out. Our extra deck for right now is starting off with just 3 of everything, basically. So we have 3 Nata, we have 3 Diamond Direwolf, we have 3 Coach King that'll be going away here in a minute. Hold on. 2 of these are already traded, so to get some upgrades, hopefully I get some extra deck stuff soon, but as of right now, my extra deck's about to get smaller, and then to round it off, we have 3 of the cover card. But guys, that'll be it for part 1 of this video. I look forward to posting part 2 tomorrow after the tournament and seeing how well we do with this. I'm not expecting to do great to start off with, but I'm expecting to do better than 0. But if we don't, that's where we go from 0 to hero in the following episode. Guys, until then, remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below on how bad I'm doing.